starts
Oh,
off.
wow.
I'm standing backstage right now, just on the edge. I got goosebumps as I'm telling it to you right now. The curtain comes up. Obviously, the judges are seeing this for the very first time. They don't know what's going on. There's just a fridge hanging, and here we go.
This is not a singing performance. You can say that much.
My name is Danny Z's, and I'm an escape artist.
So this is stuff that's all recorded the same day, or have you been in Australia for a few days by this point?
No, I've been there for a couple of days, but we do all this the day before or a couple of days before, and there's a ton of footage that happens. Like the 30 seconds of backstage stuff that you're seeing here, there's probably 15 hours of footage. Like, it's
Wow.
amazing how much stuff they take. Here we go.
That view is hilarious.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, mate. Welcome. What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Danny Z's. I'm from St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada, and I couldn't be more proud to be in front of this audience.
Now, you haven't spoken to the judges at all prior to this moment, right? Like, this is literally your first interaction with these people.
The judges are unaware of the acts that are coming. They're seeing it for the first time, as is the audience. And I'm the very first act of the second part of the show. So they shoot in the afternoon and then they shoot in the evening, but I'm the very first act that they're seeing because I have to have this fridge hung into place. I have to have all of this stuff set up. So they just start off with me. So everybody here nobody has seen any portion of the show yet. Here we go. That's it.
I really came here to do something extreme. I thought that I would put everything on the line for you today. And because of that, I'm going to do an escape that certainly will involve this fridge. And I'm hoping Kate will come up and join me.
They don't tell the judges who you're going to ask, and of course, I'm going to pick a lady. I want her to be taken from what I'm about to do, and so she's like, "All right, I'm coming up."
You look nervous. You don't have to be nervous.
I am nervous.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be shackled, and my hands are going to go inside of this box where I can't see the locks. I'm going to attempt to pick the locks blindly while I'm attached to this fridge. I'll have 1 minute to escape before the fridge, which has a rope, which will be on fire. At 1
This is
minute,
crazy.
it will release, and it will certainly change my day if I'm not out.
Oh, it sounds very simple.
It does sound very simple.
She was not happy already. Just in my explanation so far, just getting to this point, you could tell she's like, "What is going on?"
You'd like to give me a hand?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to get you to lock me in to the best of your ability, nice and tight. There we go.
It's kind of freaking me out that he's never performed this act.
Does that add to the intricacy of the escape when somebody else is the one who is attaching all of the chains and the locks?
You know
Or
what?
does
I think that any show would like the idea that a judge or somebody's being a part of it to make sure that it's actually happening. The other thing that is interesting about these shows is they always provide the locks. They don't want me to bring my own. So I think that to add to it, they're like, "Can we supply the locks?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can supply the locks." So
Close it up and lock me in. This is where you come in. Billy's going to hand you a shark hook that I need you to put into my mouth.
do you see the guy in the back smiling? He's got a big, he knows what's going to happen. He knows. He's seen the rehearsal. He's just waiting to see her
What do you
face.
mean?
Hold on to it, point it down, and reach it forward.
Oh,
I'll do
boy.
the rest.
You can let it go.
She wouldn't let it go. She wouldn't let it go. I had to say, you can let it go. She was losing it. She was losing it. So
This
I'm
is
hooked
gnarly.
up.
Okay, so Kate has handcuffed him. He has his hands.
Who is
locked
this
in a
man
box.
behind you? Is
A
that
hook
one of
attached to
your
his
team
tongue.
members?
Oh, that.
Billy is my safety coordinator, and I've been lucky that he's came with me on a number of the shows. But we always joke that he's the instigator behind the escape, but he's the one that keeps me alive.
Gross.
Yeah, let's go.
And if he doesn't get himself unlocked in time, the fridge is going to fall and pull the hook that's attached to his tongue.
I will say fire is very unforgiving. So you can test and see it might take a minute to burn through, but the intensity of the fire, the thickness of the rope, all of that stuff, Do you have a minute? Do you got 50 seconds? Do you got a minute 12? Like, oh my gosh, it's vital.
Do I get out?
Very unpredictable.
60 seconds remaining.
And what's going through your head at this moment? Like,
You know what? Order of operations. You have to follow order of operations. When you're picking a lock or escaping from something, you practice the rehearsal. It's got to be muscle memory because the anxiety is so strong that if you aren't doing what you're supposed to do, you can make a mistake, and a mistake is going to cost me my life, my tongue. There's going to be an injury, and I've made mistakes in the past.
So he's not in pain right now.
No, but if that thing falls, and it'll pull his tongue out. He's got to get himself untied to get that hook.
You're just
out
looking
his
at the
mouth
fire.
before
Are you
that's
looking
free.
at the clock? Are you cognizant of the time that you have left?
I can see the time, and I am looking at the wire, but have you ever been doing something where you're thinking but you're not really looking at anything? You know, you're kind of staring off into space, but you're going through that order of operations.
Like
That's
you're
really
just in the state of flow. That's
Yeah.
what it sounds like.
Falls and pulls the hook through his tongue.
Thirty seconds remaining.
That's when the
God, the
panic steps
tension.
in.
Yeah.
At 30 seconds, it's panic because I'm not out, and now I start to worry. The rope is really burning, and that's where I say to you, does the rope take a minute to burn? Does it take 50 seconds to burn? Who knows?
20 seconds remaining. Ten.
9 seconds. Hurry.
God, I gotta get out of this, and I gotta get the hook out of my tongue.
7, 6,
Oh, it's so close.
4, 3,
Ugh.
2, 1.
Oh my God.
Medic.
Oh, wow.
Immediately the medic comes over, of course, right? And as much as I've gotten out of it and I'm safe and the fridge has dropped, oh, my tongue's bleeding. See, it looks like it only took a second. It looks like he ran over. The medics worked on me for about 2 minutes before they handed me the mic.
Oh, that must be nice. That must be a cool feeling.
You know what? When the judges are standing, the audience is standing for a standing ovation. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose at that point. I mean, the accolades of the audience gives it all.
Danny, you came here to do two things. One was to entertain us. You did that. You did that wonderfully. And the other thing was to have your son be remembered, Mason.
When I went, I had just lost my son. It was so raw and close and fresh.
We will remember Mason, and I can assure you we will remember this act. So, well done, mate. Should we go to a vote? I'd love to kick it off with your first yes. Congratulations, mate.
When I did AGT Extreme and told the story of my son, one of the producers contacted me after the show aired and said, your son's image and his name has been shared over 1 million times, and in every country in the world. People know his name. Beautiful. Beautiful.
It's a yes from me.
It's a yes from me.
4 yeses for you and your son. Well done.
Hey, thanks for watching. There'll be more to come, so make sure you subscribe.